Okay guys, sanity check version. So this version adds dollars. So the last version just gave us grams for the calculation. I've now added our fast market API inside here. It's given us ounces for all the different metals. Silver, palladium, platinum we're not using currently, we are using gold. Gold is being divided into ounces, multiplied by the purity value. Okay, so this means we need a channel. There's a markup channel as well. So this means we need to change the way we hold data, please, Jason. So currently, if you edit this, you've got an alloy SG, alloy SG, alloy SG. I now need these changed to indexes, please. So this alloy is index 0 because it's the top of the list, and just the numbers increase incrementally for a couple of sample alloys. What that's going to allow us to do is if we select an alloy at index 2, it'll select an SG at index 2 and a purity level at index 2. Right, so these two get flushed out the same. That allows us to derive price. So why do I call it sanity check version? Because we now kind of got a sort of a way to start seeing prices on this thing, right? Not 100%, but kind of, sort of, right? So if we look at this, you've got a 20mm disc inside here in various thicknesses. If we elect, I don't know what our current markup is for 9 carat for P code customers. I'm guessing around about that 30% markup, so 25% down, something like that. You've got a couple of readouts here. So the first one is what this part would cost in gold, and you'll see that sliding around. Okay, you can see that changing the price of gold does not change the cutting fee being calculated, right? And you'll see changing the cutting fee doesn't calculate the gold, but it does calculate the price. So as the parts get thicker, you burn away more and more material. These two are being added together and calculated as a price. The cutting fee is then being added to them. So what we need to do at this point is add a couple of sample items in there and go like sanity check. In 9 carat at 0.8 thick, this thing would cost the customer $164, including the cutting fee of $37. That's at 67 cents a millimeter, so we want to come down maybe. All right. So the cutting fee is calculated at 1, the thickness of 1, and as we get thinner, I multiply the fee down. So there 20% at 0.8, or multiply up 50% more at the thicker thickness. Just it makes it seem more logical. You know what I mean? You'd expect to pay more for cutting something that's thicker. So that's the logic over there. All right, so what I'd like us to do is throw a couple of things in there, please. Put something in there and go like, no way, I would never pay that. You know, because you put a nameplate in there with a much bigger area of cutting. The cutting fee might suddenly be simple. These two would still be the same. Your cut loss in gold would go up, and your cutting fee would go up. So we have a way now to test a little bit. All right. Then I don't know if we need it for testing purposes, but if you give the boys the other SGs, the other purities for gold, palladium, we can test white golds as well. It's a nice little testing platform for us if we need, but not critical for now. I think just gold is okay. All right, guys, cheers.